Good morning and welcome to Friday's edition of our program TVC Breakfast. My name is Etoma Edu.
Good morning, Nigeria. Indeed, it is time for breakfast. And we've got a very big spread for you this morning. Bon appetit. My name is Olamide Odekunle.
Olamide is bringing food to the table this time round. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank God it's Friday, a beautiful day. We're here again to give you all the information you deserve to know. I'm Ibrahim Shaitan. Good to see you guys.
And happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Ibrahim, baby. Good morning.
Good morning. Let's have a show.
It's part of the show, my dear.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Special day for you, isn't it?
Absolutely. It is. It's a beautiful day. But don't let us take the shine.
You are very... Ibrahim, he's uncomfortable with the spotlight. That's the issue here. Ibrahim, happy birthday. We all love you so much. And we're so pleased that you're part of our team.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Really appreciate Olamide as well as everyone back, back room. But today we'll be talking about so many things, on the show, looking at the National Assembly advocating creation of special courts to try terrorism cases. We'll also go to Abuja, looking at party realignment, APC stakeholders resisting Governor Mufwang's alleged move. And then afterwards, we'll come back to Lagos with Olamide Odekunle with what is actually trending on the social media and across the world. But let's start off with President Bola Tinubu, who has forwarded 65 ambassadorial nominees to the Senate for confirmation, a list that cuts across all geopolitical zones and includes several prominent names. The request, read during Thursday's plenary by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, contains two categories: 34 career ambassadors and high commissioners, and 31 non-career ambassadors and high commissioners designate. The Senate President has referred the list to the Committee on Foreign Affairs for screening, with a mandate to report back within 1 week. This development comes barely a week after the President forwarded 3 other ambassadorial nominees, Kayode Are, Aminu Dalhatu, and Ayodele Oke, who have already been screened by the Senate or Senator Abubakar Sani Bello-led committee.
I am pleased to present for confirmation by the Senate the underlisted 34 nominees as career ambassadors stroke high commissioners designate. For Abia State, we have Ambassador Mwabiola Ezenwa Chukwuemeka. For Adamawa State, we have Besto Maimuna Ibrahim. Anambra State, we have Enebeji Monica Okochukwu. For Bauchi State, we have Ambassador Mohammed Mahmoud Lele. For Bayelsa State, we have Endoni Sindov Paibi. For Borno State, we have Ambassador Ahmed Mohamed Mongunu. For Cross River State, we have Ambassador Jen Adams Ni Okon Michael. While I hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the appointments of the nominees expeditiously, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Bola Tinubu.
Well, quite interesting developments coming up from the federal government to the National Assembly, reading out different names of those who have been nominated, 31 of them who are career ambassadors, and then 34 who are non-career ambassadors. And we also have high commissioners. And people will be wondering, what exactly is the difference between high commissioners and ambassadors? High commissioners are those of the Commonwealth nation that used to be with the British Empire. I think it used to be, we are about 56 of them. So those people who are coming from Nigeria to those countries will be high commissioners, while ambassadors will be countries that are not within the Commonwealth nation. Non-career ambassadors are those who are politicians, like I want to say like me and you. And the career ambassadors are the ones that
Actual
are professionals who rose through the ranks. So it has been a long time coming, and some are asking, when are we going to have all these names? Why did it just come late?
That's the question you have to ask Mr. President or the presidency. It took quite a while for the names to come. And when the names started coming, it started coming with so much speed. It gives a lot of people the impression that a lot of consideration has been put into it. But when you see some of the names there, you also will say, this one is politically motivated. Yes. All of them are politically motivated. One other thing you will notice is that there is no state in Nigeria that doesn't have at least one person coming from that state. So the spread is nationwide. It is total, and nobody will say, hey, why didn't you appoint somebody from my state and so on. However, there are some states where you have up to two. You know,
they are all 65 in number.
Of them,
so of course, a state should get more than two, I believe. So.
When the first list came, I said, "Hey, where's Cross River State?" There?
But people have been scrutinizing this list. You know, we have some of them prominent nominees are the Mahmoud Yakubu, that's the immediate past chairman of INEC. We also have Reno Omokri, the controversial Reno Omokri. We also have Governor Ifeanyi Buai of Enugu State, Okezie Ekpeazu. We also have, from Oyo State, Florence, the wife of former late Governor Ajimobi, and so on and so forth. But what really matters is the countries this designate to be sent to is what really matters. We have the US, for instance, which has been on Nigeria's neck over the insecurity and so on and so forth. What should we look out for? What should we expect when they assume their positions?
What we want are actually competent global representatives and not mere political placeholders. There was a lot of scrutiny because this is one of our largest diplomatic submissions in recent times. But we must remember that these appointments are coming at a time when Nigeria is renegotiating its place in the global world. Whatever message we send right now on the global stage is very, very important. While we must remember that there are some non-career people non-career ambassadors who are appointed, the Reno Omokris and the other controversial figures. There are also a heavy presence of retired generals, service chiefs, and for me, if you ask me, this is signaling that the president wants security and hard power diplomacy. He wants people who understand a security terrain in order to represent us with security cooperation efforts worldwide. I think this is a very, very good move. But how these ambassadors are screened is going to tell us how serious we are about projecting global competence, in terms of the context of Nigeria.
Absolutely. Talking about screening, we do not want to hear they take a bow and go.
Don't take a bow.
Nobody will be taking a bow. You know why? Because the critics of this list are really loud. They are really loud. Some of them are saying, why retired generals? These guys do not have, they're military men. They don't have the finesse of diplomacy and all that and all that. And Reno Omokri, and then the
Mahmoud Yakubu.
Mahmoud Yakubu, and then the man from Cross River State that ran River State during the emergency rule. And so on. Iboete Ibas. Now, the people that are criticizing some of these names are not saying it, they are not, how do I put it? They are not whispering their criticism. They are using speakers to say,
very loud about it.
Very loud. So,
what
do we expect? What do I expect for some countries like the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, and so on? I would love career ambassadors to be sent to those countries. Professional.
Well, when we talk about professionals, we also need someone who can negotiate things, looking at it from the politics of things, because it is all about politics when you relate with other countries. It goes beyond you just being a professional. You'd also be able to, look at, okay, what is the interest of this country to our own country or in our own country. So it does not really matter if it's a professional
I believe that the mix of, career and non-career ambassadors really signals the president's push for both hard power diplomacy and soft power diplomacy, right? It's very important that we remember that there was a lot of public sentiment saying, is this the time to be appointing ambassadors when people are dying in several parts of the country? However, the threat by Trump created a gap. It was clear that we needed envoys who were capable of going abroad and securing Nigerians' foreign diplomacy missions. So this is a very, very important role that needs to be filled. And I think the president has been very strategic in the mixed bag of career and non-career ambassadors.
Since the recalling of the ambassadors who were there, because some of those who are non-career ambassadors, they will definitely be put back if another administration actually, takes place.
Yes.
So, but the career ambassador, they expect that they stay longer, right on there. But the chargé d'affaires, those who have been there, while we have ambassadors who are not there currently, which others will now be assuming the positions. We believe that they will be able to walk them through where the previous ambassadors left it and what it's needed to be done, so that they get there, hit the ground running, rather than trying to lend the rope.
Yeah, and for every situation, they definitely will know the position of Nigeria, and whatever negotiations they are doing, they might be going through, will have to align with what the position of our country in Nigeria. All negotiations has to be for the betterment of our country.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see how all these plans are. We're looking forward to them being presented to the National Assembly, the Senate precisely, and see how they are going to reel out their plans for the Nigerian nation.
I saw a very poignant quote quickly, Ibrahim, that said, ambassadors carry the weight of a nation in a single handshake. And so when we want to criticize the appointment of these people, let's remember that they have a very important job to do. And right now, more than ever on the global stage, they need our support.
Absolutely.
Great conversation, team. Right.